Oke, good afternoon everybody. Bu Nurul, selamat siang. Ini ada Bu Liviana Ika, Bu Wahyu, selamat siang Bu Wahyu. Bu Nadia, ada Bu Sri, Bu Sri. Good afternoon Bu Sri. Hey Bu Sri, nice to meet you again. Yeah, thank you Bu Sri. Hope you are doing great there. All right, I think we can start in 1 minute, Ibu Bapak, and going to try to start share my screen. Baik ya Bapak, oke. Karena sudah jam 1, mungkin kita bisa mulai saja ya Bapak ya, because already 1 o'clock, and I think we can start the session ya. All right, and yeah, so once again, good afternoon everybody. I hope you can hear my voice okay. And first of all, thank you very much for spending your time on this Saturday afternoon, Ibu Bapak, and to join my session. And today we are going to talk about managing resources and integrating ICT, ya, Bapak, ya, integrating technology. So actually, those two topics are related to one another, Ibu Bapak. We are going to talk, yeah, more or less about technology. And actually, there are many things to discuss. Yeah, when we take a look at the what is it, the book provided by the British Council. But I will try to focus on some important things today, which hopefully will be useful for you all as language teachers, especially joining my session today. All right, and these are some housekeeping rules that I think we have been doing so far, the same things that we have been doing. So later on, when you have questions, then you can just like raise your hand or use the chat. Yeah, basically to ask questions, to type your questions, ideas, or responses to what I'm presenting. Do not need to wait until the end. So whenever you have questions or ideas to share, then feel free to use the raise hand or the chat box. Okay. And Okay, so this is the typical structure of the session. I think we're going to do similar things as what we did in the previous session with Ibu Titi. Yeah. Okay, and this is, I think, for the reminder for everybody that British Council has great resources for you all that you can access for free uh, in their website. Okay. And then, yeah, Ibu Bapak, and today we are going to, in my session, we are going to learn about this practical ways, Ibu Bapak, about select and evaluate resources that we're going to use in our language classrooms. And then we're going to talk also discuss about how to develop and adapt materials for our students. And then we're going to do the reflection together on our approach to develop and manage materials and resources to meet our students' learning objectives. And then we're going to later on learn and explore and try together the technology tools that we can use in the production or to produce teaching and learning materials ya Ibu Bapak ya. Simple technology tools, nanti kita bisa coba sama-sama begitu beberapa teknologi ya Ibu Bapak ya. And then today I'm going to share with you all about guidelines for e-safety ya Ibu Bapak ya. Tentang keamanan begitu menggunakan data di internet, men-sharing data di internet, and we're going to talk a little bit about that ya. Okay. And as a warming up, Ibu Bapak, I want you to visit this website, answergarden.ch. Probably I can just like share this link to everybody. Going to share this. This is just for a warming up activity, Bapak, because we are doing this like um after our lunch time. Probably if you do not mind, could you please share with me, Bapak, what do you have for lunch today? Yeah, and then yeah, we can have a discussion on that. Okay. Um, Once again, could you please go to this link that I shared to you in the chat box, and could you please type your answer there about what you have for lunch today? Yeah, or before this session. Yeah, you just type your answer and. Okay, I'll be waiting for probably 1 2 minutes to see your answer. Yeah. Can you access the website, Ibu Bapak? Just wondering. Um, Especially if you are outside Central Java, just wondering. Uh, Probably you get like traditional food for lunch that you can share here. Wow, you have various. We have various things here. Rice, fried fish, sambal tomat mentah. Oh my goodness, that's so good. You haven't got your lunch? Okay. Nasi kuning. Wow, that's. I've not eaten nasi kuning for a while. Um, Probably I'll have nasi padang. Okay, you've got your lunch then. Fried chicken, okay. Roasted chicken. I'm interested in asking this. Could you please share this roasted chicken from your school? Any events or ada masak-masakah di sekolah kok ada roasted chicken? Any who shared this roasted chicken from my school? Could you please share with us? Is there a special event in your school so that you have this roasted chicken? If you don't mind. Vegetable soup and fried shrimps.
That's me.
Okay, Bu
Can you hear?
Nadia, yeah. Yeah, I can hear you, Bu Nadia.
So I have roasted chicken in my school because today we have catering. As my school held Pramuka block, and today we come home late, so our school decided to um, order from the outside school. So we have roasted chicken. This
Okay,
is
so you,
once while. This is
okay,
once while.
okay. So you ordered it from outside, yeah. Okay, and I believe you have a good lunch then. All right.
Yes, very
Thank you.
good lunch.
Yeah. All right. I read papeda here. Who answered papeda? Probably you can share yeah, what papeda is because some of us probably haven't tried papeda. Um, who answered papeda? If you don't mind, could you please share with us?
Well, papeda is a delicacy from Papua. Please
Okay,
introduce myself. My name
okay.
is Stephanie, and I'm
Yeah.
from Nabire, Papua Tengah. Papeda,
Nabire.
yes.
Wow, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate that, Bu Stephanie.
Yeah, so papeda is a Papua delicacy. It's actually made from sagu starch and then made into like what is it? We cook it and become like a glue, and then we eat it.
Glue, okay.
It's like a glue. I don't know how to express it. And then we eat it with yellow soup, yellow fish soup, fish soup.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That is papeda.
And how does it taste, Bu Stephanie?
Well, it's fresh. It has sour, sweet, but also well, it's fresh actually. It's like sour and sweet.
Sour and sweet, yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. I think I would like to share. I would like to hear one more from a bowl of soup. What kind of bowl of soup that you have? If you don't mind to share with us a bowl of soup.
Sir, yes, it's just a common soup with.
Oh, hi Bu Ika, Liviana Ika.
Hello, sir. Yeah, it's a common soup with lots of carrots and cabbage and yeah, something like that.
Okay.
It's
So
a
just common
vegetable
soup, but yeah. But I think it tastes good, yeah, Boliviana. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So thank you very much, everybody. If you haven't got your lunch, I think you can just like have your snacks while joining the session. Feel free, everybody, so that you can yeah just enjoy the session, yeah. And thank you very much for sharing this, yeah. So for your information, this is like a very simple technology, Ibu Bapak. It's called Answer Garden. This is like a website-based technology that you can play around with later on. So basically, you just need to go to the answergarden.ch and then type your questions there and just follow the setting there, and yeah, you can use it for free. You can use it for free and share it to your students, yeah, later on. Okay. For information, Ibu Bapak. And I'm going to go back to my slide then. All right. All right, so now let's do the inner reflection and reflection sharing, Ibu Bapak, and I have some questions for us to discuss. And for the first three questions, I'm wondering about where do you usually find learning materials for your students, Ibu Bapak? Biasanya kalau mencari materi pembelajaran itu di mana sih, Ibu Bapak, untuk mahasiswanya begitu? And then what kind of criteria that you use ya in selecting those materials, Ibu Bapak? And later on, if you can share with me, with everybody here, for you, Ibu Bapak, the best teaching materials for your students are the ones that what ya, Ibu Bapak ya? If you can share with us now, Ibu Bapak, probably 2 or 3 of you, that would be very great so that we can have a discussion ya, Ibu Bapak ya. Okay, there are no right or wrong answer. I will appreciate if two or three of you can share ya with us ya. Ayo Ibu Bapak, mungkin ada yang mau share dulu Ibu Bapak, kita diskusi sama-sama Ibu Bapak ya. No right or wrong answer. Kalau cari material tuh biasanya dari mana sih? Mungkin Bu Fenty, if you don't mind to share with us, Bu Fenty. Google aja Pak Calvin atau random atau gimana? If you can share with us. Or perhaps Bu Margaret, if you would like to share with us. Oh, Bu Fenty, tell the answer directly, Bu Fenty. That's fine. Yeah, so that we can have a discussion. Thank you, Bu Fenty, for asking.
Okay. I try to answer the questions. Maybe I will start from number one. Where do I usually find the learning materials? Actually, I have 3 sources for material for the students. The first one, I use the textbooks, of course, that are provided by the school, because we still use the curriculum from the government. So my school decided to use the textbooks provided by the publisher. And then the second one I use for authentic resources, because we use several magazines is the proper resources for my school, especially for English teaching and learning process. We use the magazine. We always berlangganan seperti itu. We free magazine for maybe from the government, and not the government, but perusahaan swasta, non-government organization. And then the third one we use for the students find out their own research for the material. So before we start the teaching and learning process, student will be ordered to find out their material, their researcher that can support the main material provided in the textbook. And then the criteria I use the criteria that I use for selecting the materials, of course, the content should be in the same line with the curriculum. And the second one we use for the resources for selecting these resources should be have a correlation with the condition of the students, because I teach in Islamic school, Islamic boarding school. It means that they have their time in pesantren. So we try to find out the material that have a similar condition or the context with their own. And then for me, the best teaching materials for students are the ones that can be understood well by the students. Of course, it's not about the simple or maybe the originals writing or something, or it can be started from published from a native writer or something. But as long as it is understood well or easy to be understood by the student, it can be the one of the most important English teaching materials for me. Thank you. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Bu Fenty. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can clarify a little bit. So you're still using the textbook, yeah, Bu Fenty. Is it like the printed textbook or the PDF one that
The
your students?
printed, the printed textbook.
Oh, the
The
printed
printed
textbook.
textbook.
Okay. All right. And I like that when you mention about the material should have the similar context to the student's background knowledge. Yeah, and I think that's a very good point, Bufendi. Thank you so much
Thank
in
you.
saying that. Yeah. All right. Anyone who wants to share? Pak Marwan. Yeah, Pak Marwan, I think mentioned about very interesting social media, FB is Facebook, right? Instagram and TikTok. Pak Marwan, if you don't mind, could you please share a little bit about what kind of materials that you find there, Pak Marwan, that you use for your students? Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the time. So yeah, I usually find the material from social media, for example, as from on Facebook, because I join some teacher around the world or group like British Council, and then some friend like title group. Yes, I find something. Yeah, for now I interest with AI. There are some app like ChatGPT and then Google Bard and so on. I choose them to write about the material. For example, like this, I usually relate it to the condition up to date. Yeah. For now in Indonesia is the up to date news is about zaitun, for example, kan. I try to modify the condition and I ask the student about the knowledge. If if they know about what is zaitun or about the topic of the zaitun, like this. For example, after I ask my student, I ask them about their opinion, like
Okay.
this. Yeah, for example, I teach about giving and asking about opinion. Yes. And then if the question number 3 for the best material teaching, I think the best material is related to student knowledge. Yeah.
Okay.
Before we give the material, I ask my student about that about the news, for example, the news update in Indonesia in our village, maybe like this.
Okay.
So, jadi as in conclusion, I always find in TikTok and then in Instagram, and I modify. I OTM like this lah.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Pak. Thank you so much, Pak Marwan, for your sharing. I think this is very interesting. Yeah, when you mention about you use Facebook and then you join, like, I think a Facebook group of or professional Facebook group, yeah, Pak Marwan, yeah,
Yeah, professional.
where they usually share like very updated technology tools or materials that you can adapt to your students. Yeah, Pak Marwan, later on, if you do not mind, while we are having this session, if you can share some professional Facebook group that you have joined to the chat box, if you can share the link, I think that will be very helpful for everybody here, yeah, so that we can also learn from you, yeah, Pak Marwan, yeah,
Yes,
if
sir.
you do not mind. And Pak Marwan, about TikTok, yeah, use like the video there and you play in your class or what, Pak Marwan, if you can share with us a little bit about that.
Yeah, in TikTok, yeah, first I joined some channel, yeah, about edu channel like this, yeah. I tried, yeah, I learned the channel and then I share the link to my student to watch the video. Or after I watch the channel on YouTube, TikTok, I make a video lah, and then I upload to my own TikTok and share to my student to watch the video that I have made like this.
Okay. Okay. So you have your own TikTok account, yeah. Okay. Thank you
Yeah,
so much, Marwan. That's
I try to to follow my student, yeah, because all of my student right now is more, what is it? They're more like to open the TikTok than Facebook
yes.
like this.
Yes.
And TikTok is more interesting, I think, yeah,
Yes.
than Instagram
Okay.
right now.
Okay. Okay. And that's good, Pak Marwan, that you can catch up with them, creating your own TikTok account. Really appreciate that, Pak Marwan. Thank you very much for your sharing. Probably one more. I would like to hear from Bila Molina. Yeah. I'm interested in hearing more about PMM. What is it, Bu Bella? PMM. Could you please talk a little bit about that?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Calvin. Nice to see you again in this virtual meeting.
Hi, Bu
Since last
Bella.
year we have met in PPG, PPG, PPG dalam jabatan. Anyway, for PMM, it's one of the Kementerian Pendidikan dan Kebudayaan has launched last year too. It's about platform Merdeka Mengajar. And from that platform, I gained some new ideas in teaching English in technology, or in another way, which is very close to the student's life. And here, since I'm vocational English teacher, sir, I take English materials which is close to their major, especially when they are in multimedia students. I use English which is related to the multimedia context. So in this for specific purpose when I implement this English subject to this class.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting, Bu Bella. I think the same as Pak Marwan, yeah. Bu Bella, if you later on can share with us about the link that you have just talked about the Merdeka Belajar website. I think
Platform, yeah.
platform Merdeka Belajar, you can share in the chat box, yeah. Perhaps some of us do not know about that, so that we can learn together, yeah. Bu Bella and Pak Marwan as well. Especially
Okay,
about the
sir.
professional Facebook group, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, platform Merdeka Mengajar, sir, is already launched in Play Store, right? So Bapak Ibu can access and download it and search for the materials there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Bu Bella, that's fine. If you can later on share in the chat box, so that we can learn together from you as well, yeah, Bu Bella, yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah, I have one more from Bu Fenty. You mentioned about very interesting case here. Using TikTok is forbidden in my school. Yeah. What's going on, Bu Fenty?
I don't know, because we have also regulation that connected with pesantren. So I don't know, maybe it's
okay.
just the rules inside of the TikTok.
Okay. Yeah, so we appreciate that. Yeah. All right. Yeah, thank you so much, Ibu Bapak, for your sharing. I love to hear from you, and I can learn new things from you. Yeah, Ibu Bapak. Okay. If I can ask you two more questions about this, yeah, our reflection on our own practices. Yeah. So on average, how often do you use technology, Bapak, in the production of teaching and learning materials? Never, rarely, or very often, or always, Ibu Bapak? If you can share with us, yeah. And if you never use that, for example, what stops you, yeah, if you can share with us today? Or number two, what do you think benefits from using technology, Bapak, when you use it to produce resources or materials, Bapak? And tell me why. Especially if you mention about PMM or TikTok, Instagram, and um, Pak Marwan has answered. Bu Fenty has answered. Bu Livia has answered the reflective questions. If other participant can share their ideas, voices, I would love to hear your ideas. Yeah. You can type your answer. You can raise your hand. That's fine if you want to share directly. Okay, so I'll just wait for 1 minute, 2 minutes, waiting for your answer. If you can share with us, I'll appreciate that. Bu Sri Marwarni, welcome to share your answer, your ideas, your reflection. Bu Wahyu, feel free to share your answer if you would like to. Um, can I hear from one or two few, Ibu Bapak? Seberapa sering sih menggunakan teknologi, Ibu Bapak, untuk membuat materi pembelajaran begitu ya, Ibu Bapak ya? Yeah, we have Bu Umul Fatimah raising her hand. Bu Umul.
Okay, I'll answer the first question. How often do you use technology in the production of teaching? Actually, I interest to using technology in production teaching and using technology for teaching in the class, like using in quizzes or playing game with Kahoot or something. But in my what stopped me the regulation in my school, smartphone is not allowed to bring every day. So I must telling the PK counseling and the curriculum if I want to my student to bring that smartphone. So the regulation make me just like, and when a student brings smartphone in the class in my time, they can like saving the smartphone after my class, so it will be disturb other teacher when they teach.
Okay.
And the second, what do you think benefit from using technology? I think it can be accessed everywhere, but when it's not in my class, I can control my student. If I give link to access for them, they not more than 50% will open that link.
Okay.
I think that's it from me.
Okay, thank you so much, Bu Umul. A very interesting case here that actually you know how to use Kahoot, you know how to use quizzes, but you are dealing with the school regulation, yeah, that doesn't allow your students to yeah, access phones in your classroom, yeah. And yeah, thank you so much. Ibu, I have Bu Fibri here, raising her hand. Bu Fibri, nice to meet you, Bu Fibri. Fibri, could you please share your ideas
Yes,
about
nice
this?
to meet you all teachers. Well, my case is my case in my school. It seems not that far from the previous teacher that my students are not allowed to bring handphone at school. That's why it's kind of menyulitkan ya the teacher untuk menggunakan teknologi. But thankfully, in our school, in my school, we have a digital class, but only one digital class, which we have to share with other students. Jadi kayak we only have like once a week untuk menggunakan digital class. Jadi di situ ada we have a smart TV and then some kind of screen tools untuk itu, so that saya bisa pakai the apps for example like a Canva or Mentimeters, which mirip similar like the Answer Garden, and also word cloud yang biasa saya pakai for my students. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, only one digital class, yeah, Bu Fibri, yeah.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
We have 30 classes, but only one digital class. So, thank God, but still, oh my God. I need
Alright.
more, to be honest.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Bu Fibri. Really appreciate that idea and answer. Bu Nadia, I see Bu Nadia raising her hand. Bu Nadia.
Yes, same with Bu Fibri and Bu Umur. Actually, my school also do not allow our students to bring handphone to the school, but we can use actually multimedia room or computer room, so we can use it to facilitate my class. And I'm not very often using technology as my school location is so far away, so the connection, internet connection and so on are not really good here. So I try to use actually like at least once a week in every class, so we can use quizzes, word wall, or yeah, the other application that may be useful, Canva as well. But yeah, the problem is we cannot control the application right
Okay.
at the time. So we need to make it as a homework, so my students can access it in the home, and I need to control it in my home also. So the time and the schedule do not fit. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what stopped me. And yeah, the benefit from the technology, I think it's very useful for the student, and the teacher also, actually, especially for English. Yeah, they can access it at home, so they can find the answer at home, and also can what is it, make it more what is it, um, better when they are at the class.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Bu Nadia. Really appreciate that, yeah. Regardless that your school is in yeah, far away, the far away area, that you can still like encourage yourself to try to use technology at least like once a week, as you mentioned. And you just also mentioned another good point about when you like ask your students to access the technology outside the class, the one that you set or already set or managed in the classroom, then you mentioned that they can perform better when they learn in the classroom. Yeah, and that's very interesting. Thank you so much, Bu Nadia. Probably one more. Yeah, I see Ibu Bella raising her hand. Bu Bella, could you please share with us?
Okay, talking about technology in my school, fortunately, my school has allowed students to bring smartphone, and also school provided Wi-Fi, sir, and also can students can access the
Okay.
link and whatever technology that teacher provided to them. But on the other hand, I also face that the challenge that the students only play most of their time in the school just play games. So it will be my concern too when I teach in the classroom. They just focus on the smartphone, and then after that, I think that the learning environment from students should needs based on their nurture. And also when they are close to the smartphone, I think it's better for me to create a learning application, which is I name it like English for Vocational School application, sir, so that the technology here, the students can download the application and also can access. Moreover, one of the students feel that they can get the benefit one, and then at the time too, they not only playing games but also can access the application through the application.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Bu Bella. You mentioned that you create your own
Yes,
application, Bu Bella.
yes,
Wow, that's super interesting, Bu Bella. Ini mungkin sama ya dengan Pak Marwan tadi. If you do not mind, you can share the link and the
yeah.
chat box so that we can learn from you as well about the application, about the technology that you use in your school ya, Bu Bella ya.
Mm.
I'm
But
curious
yeah,
as well.
yeah. However, sir, I just make it in a simple application because I use Web2 APK Builder and Microsoft iSpring Suite, and unfortunately, I have the link, but it is the link with apa ya, tulisan di ujungnya itu kayak titik APK gitu, sir. Jadi kalau orang ngelihatnya itu sekilas takutnya itu adalah malware gitu. But when we have
Oh,
downloaded, then will be like this, seperti ini, sir. Then we can
that's super interesting.
click start, and then we can click next, and we need to choose whatever we like.
Okay, that's super interesting. Okay, Bu
Yes.
if that's not possible, perhaps you can also share with us about the website, or yeah, that you used to create that, the name of the tool, so that perhaps Ibu Bapak yang di sini bisa belajar juga ya dari Bu Bella ya. If you do not mind ya, Bu Bella ya.
Yeah. All right, Mr.
All
Kevin,
right.
I will send it. Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Yeah, you can just share it in the chat. Thank you so much, Bu Bella. I really appreciate that. All right. I have from Ibu Livia, I plan to use technology for my class, but the obstacle comes from external factors. Yeah. Limited facilities in the classroom. Okay. This is like the common story from teachers in Indonesia. Yeah. Indonesian government, please hear us discussing this issue again and again. This is recorded, Ibu Bapak, and hopefully the government can hear us talking about this. Limited school facilities, yeah. All right, that's super interesting. And the fact that some students do not bring even have their cell phone to the school. Okay, that's another case. I try to use the lab computer, but to manage one class with around 32 students is spending a lot of time. Okay, then it will affect my lesson plan ya. Okay. Jadi malah ngomong sendiri gitu ya, Bu Livia ya. Susah begitu ya. Dibawa ke lab malah mainan sendiri gitu ya, Bu Livia ya. 32 students. I can feel you. I was there in senior high school. As a senior high school student, I could imagine. All right. Then it will affect my lesson plan. Okay. But if it has supportive facilities, using technology will be very helpful or efficient. Yeah. Yeah. Once again, hopefully the government can help schools in Indonesia to dealing with the school facilities. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Bu Livia, to bring that issue. Bu Ratna, it's actually due to technical problem, yeah, like the projector Wi-Fi credit quota. Yeah. Bapak Kepala Sekolah mungkin bisa membantu Bu Ratna juga ya, ini ya. About the Wi-Fi, about the projector, probably you can check that, talk to Bu Ratna. The challenge for students related to the broad distractions yeah, with the gadget. Okay. But I still use technology whenever possible. Okay, good point, Bu Ratna. Really appreciate that. Yes, Bu Bella has shared with us. You Bapak can access Microsoft iSpring Shoot and Web 2 Builder yeah, to create simple application. Okay, thank you so much, Bu Bella. I learned from you because I think I never used this before. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Ibu Bapak, and for sharing with me, with us today. And now I would like to discuss a little bit about the theories, Ibu Bapak, but I promise you that that should not be long because I want my session to be very practical. Yeah, later on we can use, we can try the technology. Okay. Ibu Bapak, today we are talking about teaching resource ya, Ibu Bapak ya. So when we are talking about teaching resource, later on in the material that I am adapting for this presentation, so we're going to talk about anything ya, Ibu Bapak ya, a teacher or you use to help our students or our students, our learners to learn ya, Ibu Bapak ya. Okay. And those anything can include equipment and devices. Okay. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, textbook, anything that you use to help your you teach and your students you teach and your students learn. And print materials, I think most of you are still using course book, yes, and dictionaries. And the resource can also be human resources ya, Bapak ya. Especially now when we are talking about YouTube, I think YouTube in a way can help us to explain yeah, a certain topic in a way in a more interesting way. Yeah. So I think YouTube can be very helpful in that case. Yeah. And also real objects, Ibu Bapak, movie timetables, menus, personal photos. And later on, I'm going to show you some technology tools that you can use yeah, as your teaching resource. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and now let's talk about managing resource ya, Ibu Bapak ya. So theoretically, when we talk about managing resource, I think we are talking about this ya, Ibu Bapak ya. Choosing the ones that are appropriate to meet our students' needs ya. Okay, student needs and also the aims of our lessons ya, Ibu Bapak ya. So when we look for teaching and learning materials that we are going to use in our classrooms, make sure that, again ya Ibu Bapak ya, it is suitable for our learner needs and the aims of our lessons. And if I can add here, hopefully, or not hopefully, but it is a must that our resources, the materials that we use can help our students to meet the language learning objectives that we set in our classroom. And I think talking about the learners' needs, I think you mentioned about the meeting their students' backgrounds, not background knowledge. Yeah, if they live in pesantren, I agree with you that I think you need to have the materials talking a little bit about the pesantren sites, yeah, so that your students can relate that to their lives and easily, yeah. And if they can relate to their background experience, they can be more engaged to your lessons, yeah, Ibu Bapak. Okay. And being able to adapt the being able to adapt existing ones or make your own ya. And I think the ability to adapt here is very important ya Ibu Bapak ya. Because sometimes when we use like a textbook from the government, sometimes we feel that in some parts or in some readings, they are not really suitable to our students' needs or aims of our lessons. In that case, we need to adapt a little bit the materials here, Bapak ya. And theoretically, it is important for us as teachers to have efficient system for storing our materials and resources. Yeah, like if you have the materials, the online materials, make sure that you name it well, so that you name it well and you know where you need to save that materials in your laptop ya Bapak ya. You use certain names and you store it in your folders in your laptop, so that whenever you need it, you can just like go to that place or folder in your laptop easily ya Bapak ya. The same thing in your school. I think you know this better than me in terms of the storing the materials, how you keep and organize the materials ya, the printed materials ya. Tapi kalau di sekolah biasanya kalau buku-buku textbook itu biasanya disimpan di perpustakaan ya Ibu Bapak ya. Jadi kapanpun Ibu Bapak butuh gitu, biasanya meminta siswa untuk ke perpustakaan mengambil bukunya. That's fine too ya. And so yeah, having an efficient system for storing your materials and resources. All right, and I think some of you ask, yeah, Pak Alvin, why do we need to have the additional resources, yeah, and or selecting resource, yeah, especially when we use the technology and because why? Sometimes our students can get bored easily, yeah, especially if they just like follow or our lessons always follow the next page in the book, yeah, or the textbook from the government, yeah, Ibu Bapak, yeah, or always involve copying something that we write on the whiteboard, yeah, Ibu Bapak, yeah. Okay, so that's why we need to have resource, yeah, new resources, yeah, that can make our teaching and learning practices more interesting, and we can motivate our students as well, yeah. Okay. But then again, I would like to remind you everybody, that always remember to choose the ones that are appropriate or suitable to meet your our students learners needs and the aims of your lesson, share, Bapak. Okay. And later on, Ibu Bapak, yeah, actually this is the ideal one, yeah, Ibu Bapak, yeah. So whenever we select the resources, either in the internet or either from the textbook or in other places, then it is better for us to have this kind of like evaluation checklist in mind, yeah, Ibu Bapak, yeah. Of course, this is just one an example provided by the British Council, suggested by the British Council, that you can use, yeah, Ibu Bapak, later on personally to evaluate your resources, yeah, to make sure that the resources that you have or the resources that you will use in your classroom are very reliable, yeah, Ibu Bapak, yeah, in a good quality, yeah, Ibu Bapak, yeah. And of course, you can have more criteria, like for example, kalau kasusnya di Indonesia ini biasanya guru-guru juga perlu berhati-hati ya about the grammatical things ya Bapak ya, because we do not want to give, for example, descriptive text to our students that is full of grammatical errors ya Bapak ya. Okay. So yeah, this is just once again, this is one of the evaluation checklists that you can use ya Ibu Bapak ya, to evaluate your resources before you use that in your classroom. All right. And when we talk about adapting materials ya Ibu Bapak ya, these are yeah, a little bit some reasons just to remind you again about why do we need to adapt the materials. By the way, before we discuss further ya, adapting itu apa sih Bapak? What does the word adapt mean? Adapt itu apa sih Bapak?
Menyesuaikan diri.
Menyesuaikan. Okay, what else? Menyesuaikan ya. Okay. Yeah, so when we talk about adapt ya Bapak ya, so it means that we do not directly copy and paste the materials, but we can have like options ya Bapak ya, freedom to little bit change something ya Bapak ya, there in the material that we find, for example, in the internet, so that yeah, to make it suitable for a new use or a new situation in our classrooms ya Bapak ya. Okay. And there are some situations, these are some situations when probably it is helpful yeah, for you everybody, Ibu Bapak, to make or adapt materials and resources yeah. For example, your textbook ever too difficult for your learners, okay? The topics and texts are not appropriate or relevant, yes. Getting bored with the course book, as what I mentioned earlier. And not have a course book or very many resources at all. Yeah, sometimes you need to adapt the materials from various resources. Yeah, okay. And of course, you know this a lot, Ibu Bapak, because you have been doing this for years. Yeah, okay. And if you have questions later on, we can discuss. Okay. And theoretically, when we learn from the British Council, Ibu Bapak. And it is also important for us, yeah, when we have found the resources, the materials from the internet, and it is important for us as a teacher to explain ya Ibu Bapak ya, kenapa sih kita menggunakan sumber ini, benefitsnya apa sih begitu. Bagaimana materi ini bisa membantu kalian untuk belajar grammar lebih baik gitu misalnya ya. Jadi benefitsnya itu perlu dikomunikasikan ya Ibu Bapak ya kepada peserta didik kita begitu ya Bapak ya. That's the thing that we can learn from the British Council ya. The what is it? Yeah, this kind of points, yeah, that you need to share to your students, talk to your students, yeah. Okay, explain to your students, yeah. Okay. And later on, you can go back to this, Ibu Bapak. And theoretically, if I can add a little bit about the use of technology, yeah, Ibu Bapak, yeah, and there are 4 points that I would like to share with you, yeah, so that you can keep these 4 points in mind whenever you use the technology, yeah, Ibu Bapak, yeah. Number 1, you should not use technology simply for its own sake, yeah, Ibu Bapak, yeah. You need to make sure that the use of your technology in your classroom really helps your students to achieve your language learning objectives, yeah, or goals that you set in your classroom ya Ibu Bapak ya. Jadi ketahui dulu ya language learning objectives-nya apa sih? Lalu kira-kira tentukan ya teknologinya apa yang bisa membantu siswa saya untuk mencapai tujuan pembelajaran itu ya Ibu Bapak ya. Jadi menggunakan teknologi bukan hanya gaya-gayaan ya Ibu Bapak ya, bukan hanya untuk keren-kerenan ya, but really you use the technology to help your students achieve their language learning objectives. Okay, and point number 2 is very important. make sure that the technology is accessible to all learners, all students in your classroom. Kalau tadi Ibu Bapak menyampaikan, Pak Calvin di sekolah saya multimedianya hanya satu begitu ya, harus antri dulu. Ya mungkin Ibu Bapak juga kalau menggunakan teknologi perlu dipikirkan juga ya. Kalau memang tidak memungkinkan untuk menggunakan teknologi supported by the facilities in your digital lab, for example, or digital class, mungkin pikirkan teknologi sederhana ya Ibu Bapak ya, that you can use in your classroom, for example, without waiting too long to use the digital class ya. If you only have one class or one room in your school ya. So you can think about it ya, Ibu Bapak ya. And point number 3 and 4 are very important as well. Use technology effectively and use technology efficiently ya Ibu Bapak ya. Effective here means that your students can learn language better or faster ya Ibu Bapak ya. Using the technology, okay? Effective, okay? Faster using the technology. Kalau belajarnya lebih lama, mengakses teknologinya malah bikin masalah lebih lama untuk tujuan pembelajaran tertentu ya, sebaiknya tidak usah menggunakan teknologi ya Ibu Bapak ya. Jadi ini ada satu kasus ya Ibu Bapak ya. Satu kasus begitu, suatu dosen di perguruan tinggi begitu. Jadi ibu, aduh saya sorry, I mentioned the gender. So this lecturer, actually this lecturer teaches the writing class ya Ibu Bapak ya. Jadi karena because she wants to use technology, so she asks her students to write in Google Docs ya Ibu Bapak ya. Google Docs begitu secara online, menulisnya di Google Docs, lalu meminta mereka untuk mengumpulkan begitu ya link Google Docs-nya begitu lewat email ya Bapak ya. Nah, yang terjadi apa? Yang terjadi adalah proses pengumpulannya justru malah lama begitu ya Bapak ya. Karena apa? Banyak mahasiswanya yang masih bingung begitu ya. Cara sharingnya bagaimana sih begitu? Atau beberapa bahkan kesulitan ya, masih kesulitan untuk menggunakan Google Docs ya. Nah jadi ketika itu malah membuat prosesnya lebih lama ya, jangan menggunakan teknologi ya Bapak ya, you know what I mean? So you don't need to always use technology in all subjects all topics that you use ya Bapak ya. And make sure you use the technology again effectively ya Bapak ya. Okay? And yeah, efficient meaning that you can by the use of the technology you can help your students to meet the learning goals in a less time, okay? Less time, less work for teachers, for you and for your students ya Ibu Bapak ya. Okay? All right, so that's all a little bit about the theories that later on you can go back Ibu Bapak, review again, and now I would like to show you ya Ibu Bapak ya about the technology that you can use to have the learning materials ya, adapt the learning materials in addition to the ones that you have been using ya Ibu Bapak ya, the textbook in your schools or other materials that you have been using in your teaching practices ya. Semoga ini bisa menjadi alternatif ya Ibu Bapak ya untuk Ibu Bapak semuanya. Oke. Oke. Nah Ibu Bapak, saya mulai dulu dari British Council ya Ibu Bapak ya. I'm not sure whether all of you have explored the British Council website ya Ibu Bapak ya. Jadi mohon izin ini mungkin saya tunjukkan dulu ya Ibu Bapak ya. Saya tunjukkan dulu begitu. And we can see what is inside ya. And I personally find this very useful. The website owned by the British Council. Okay. I'm going to click this, Ibu Bapak, and ini mungkin Ibu Bapak bisa bisa ikut mencoba saja ya, biar kita hands on begitu ya Ibu Bapak ya. Kita sama-sama coba explore ya. Ini saya share the website link here in the chat box. Yeah, Bapak, this website is called teachingenglish.org.uk, owned by British Council. This is a very great website, Ibu Bapak, where we can find many resources ya, Ibu Bapak ya, that we can adapt, that we can use directly as well. Ini saya contohnya, you have options here, Bapak ya, teaching primary, teaching secondary, and teaching adults. But for my demonstration here, I use the teaching secondary ya, level ya, Bapak ya. Okay. Ini saya coba klik saja ya, Bapak ya. Kita bisa coba if you're opening your laptop and if it is possible to click the link that I share in the chat box, feel free to follow me as well ya. Starting from the lesson plan, ya, Bapak. This website, British Council, provides many and various lesson plans, Ibu Bapak, from the various levels. Jadi kalau levelnya A sampai C ya, Ibu Bapak ya. Kalau A berarti pre-intermediate atau beginner level begitu ya. If it is C level, it means that it's more advanced. So if I click secondary lesson plans, for example, here, we have many topics here ya, Ibu Bapak ya, that you can you can use. Ini sebagai contoh, saya mau coba coklat aja misalnya. Yes, so inside here there are already there's already the the materials ya, Bapak ya, the lesson plan, the worksheet that it is ready to use ya, Bapak ya. Ini misalnya saya klik lesson plan-nya begitu. Jadi sudah tersedia ya, Ibu Bapak ya. Jadi sudah tersedia begitu. Ibu Bapak tinggal gunakan begitu. And you can adapt little bit, you can change little bit, okay, to meet your students' needs ya, Ibu Bapak ya. Seperti itu. Dan ini juga sudah ada link-linknya Ibu Bapak ya, yang Ibu Bapak bisa share begitu. Oke. It is here to download sign up first. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you Bu Lilia. Thank you Pak Fajarudin for the information. All right. Okay, I'll go back to this. And for example, if I click the activities here, Bapak ya, if I click the activities, we can also choose the level. I can just like click the beginner level. Yeah, there are many activities that we can use. We can adapt ya, Bapak ya. For example, getting the whole class talking. I'll just like, this is related to speaking activity, I believe. And I can just like click this. And there are already the activities here, Bapak ya. That we can use, yeah. Okay. And we can just like modify this a little bit. You can use these activities in your classrooms, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so once again, this is this is a super cool website, Ibu Bapak, full of teaching resources. This is free, I believe, that you can use here, Ibu Bapak, yeah. Okay. Sign up is free, yes. Okay, let me go back to my slide, and the next one is about this. Okay. Yeah, the same again. This again from British Council, another great website that is. I find it useful, everybody, for teachers, for me as well, and I can just like click this one. All right, so this is free, everybody. Sorry, I can just like, sorry, click. Yes. Thank you, Bu Bella. Yeah. For you can also share the link, Bu Bella, so that we can learn from you as well. I'll just like share the link to everybody so that you can follow me if you're opening your laptop. Okay. Yeah, this is similar to the previous website. There are many things that we can learn here. Like for example, I just like click grammar, yeah, you Bapak. The grammar here. We can select the level. Let me see the A1 and A2, for example. Like just a grammar lesson, we can yang gampang mana ya Bapak ya? Yang gampang mungkin present simple aja mungkin ya. Kita coba yang gampang dulu ya Bapak ya. Alright, saya mau coba present simple dulu deh. Okay, and just like present. We have the grammar explanation here, especially if you are looking for like examples begitu ya, yang mau ditunjukkan begitu atau membuat soal grammar sederhana begitu, you can just like use this and adapt a little bit ya, Ibu Bapak ya. And this is a good source, I believe. Okay. And we have also the grammar tests that we can we can try. And talking about giving your students access to try this at their home, I think this can be an option ya, Ibu Bapak ya. Karena ini bisa dikerjakan di rumah begitu, independently ya begitu, Ibu Bapak ya. And we can check also the answer from our the answer ya, Ibu Bapak ya. Ini misalnya apa, Ibu Bapak? See works. For example ya, I do not play, for example. Ini saya misalnya mau kasih klik does you drink gitu, coba ya Bapak ya. Ini where do, misalnya saya mau tulis they are not go misalnya ya Bapak ya. They are not go. What misalnya what do you wear? Saya besarkan aja deh so that you can see ya. Ini saya mau tulis finish aja. Ini saya kasih does misalnya. And then we can just like click finish over here. And we can see the answer directly ya Bapak ya. I mean the total score of our test ya. Okay. And if you want, actually you can also print screen this ya, mungkin di foto begitu lalu dikirimkan ke Ibu Bapak. That's also possible ya. That's the simple thing that we can do ya. But for sure we have this website Ibu Bapak. Saya kira kalau British Council yang buat, it is reliable. This is good one, and this can be accessible at home ya, Ibu Bapak ya. And you can think about using this ya. Okay. All right, and the next one is this Ibu Bapak. This is internet TESOL journal Ibu Bapak actually. Let me just like click this. I can just like share this to everybody. Ya, thank you Pak Fajrudin. Ada versi PDF-nya juga bisa di-download. Yes, that's true. Very good website of British Council, if I can say, Ibu Bapak ya. Okay. So this is another website that I like to visit, Ibu Bapak. A little bit old, but I think the activities are very good, very Very interesting ya Bapak ya, the ones that we can adapt ya Ibu Bapak ya. And this is for example about the conversation questions ya Ibu Bapak ya. Related to speaking one. Ini ada daftar pertanyaan begitu ya Bapak ya. That we can discuss in a classroom. For example, if I try, there are many topics here Bapak ya that you can try. About weddings, for example, about happiness. Let's try happiness ya Bapak ya. Okay. Are you happy person? What makes you feel happy? Can you be happy if you're rich, for example? Jadi pertanyaan-pertanyaan ini Ibu Bapak bisa adapt begitu, bisa digunakan untuk diskusi di dalam kelas ya Ibu Bapak ya. And this is free, and there are many topics that you can choose here ya Ibu Bapak ya. Not only about questions, but also games. For example, there are many games here that you can see, you can adapt. Like activities for ESL students, for example, there are many also good resources, good websites that you can explore ya Ibu Bapak ya. Okay, here. And the link is the internettessel.org, yeah, the one that I shared in the chat box, Ibu Bapak. Okay. All right. Let me share you next. And I also like this englishclub.com, Ibu Bapak. Let me share the link to you here. Yeah, actually, you can use you can find similar websites in the internet, yeah. But this one is the one suggested by Pak Calvin that you can think about, yeah. And you can where is it? You can visit the website yourself. Okay. There are many things here in Bapak that you can explore, and I think ready-made and suitable for teachers to the best of my my experience here, Bapak, yeah. Okay. And I'll just show you the next one because I have some technology to share. And another website that I like to visit is Pinterest ya, Ibu Bapak ya. Are you familiar with Pinterest? So
Yes.
I'll just like click this. Yes, Pinterest is a website free, but I believe you need to sign up for that. For me, Pinterest is like a factory of ideas ya, Ibu Bapak ya. It's like Google, but let's see what Pinterest can do with for us, yeah. Like for example, I'm interested, or I need to have simple present tense worksheet, yeah. Okay. So they provide me with this many worksheets that I believe we can just like use this and check if it is good. We can we can evaluate a little bit, and if it is good, then we can basically we can just like give this to our students, yeah. And they are all good, yeah, Ibu Bapak, yeah. And you can print it, and I think it's ready to use, yeah, Ibu Bapak, yeah. Like this one, simple present tense worksheet, like this one, and I think if you use it in a classroom, I think that's okay. But if you use it online, don't forget to don't forget to state the source where you get this, ya Ibu Bapak ya. Jadi as long as Ibu Bapak tidak menggunakan worksheet ini untuk kepentingan komersial begitu ya, tidak menjual worksheetnya begitu, saya kira aman ya Ibu Bapak ya. Okay. But I think this is once again to the best of my experience, Pinterest is a very good website for teachers, yeah, especially if you are looking for worksheets or ready to use materials, ya Bapak ya. So think about that, yeah, the Pinterest. All right, and another thing is, are you familiar with this, Ibu Bapak, voice spice recorder? So this is another website free to use, Ibu Bapak. I like to use this. And so basically, Voice Spice is a website that we can use to record our voice. And we can customize our voice, ya Ibu Bapak ya. Sudah pernah pakai Voice Spice, Ibu Bapak?
Kalau saya biasa pakai handphone, Pak, pakai voice changer.
Oh, voice changer. That works too, ya. That works too. But this is another idea, Ibu Bapak. Ini saya perkenalkan saja. So basically, this is super easy to use, Ibu Bapak ya. So you can just like what is it? Click the record button here, and then you can start talking. And what is cool about this is you can select, ya Bapak ya, how you can customize your voice, ya Bapak ya. Mau suaranya seperti robot, suara laki-laki atau suara perempuan. We can play with this, ya Bapak ya. But before I record, ya Bapak ya, because this is a website based and our voice is recorded. Of course, we can read the privacy setting, ya Bapak ya. But my suggestion is, before you use this, it is important for us to use this for teaching and learning purposes only, ya Bapak ya. Jadi don't use this to record your very personal data, ya Bapak ya. Jadi misalnya Pak Marwan mau coba-coba, tapi Pak Marwan rekornya, ya nama saya Pak Marwan Batubara, saya tinggal di perumahan Green Park nomor 10, begitu. Jangan ya Bapak ya, hati-hati ya. Hati-hati untuk share informasi di website-website seperti ini. For the purpose of teaching and learning purposes, for fun, itu nggak apa-apa. Tetapi kalau sharing, what is it, personal information, be careful about that. Oke? Ini saya cobakan sebentar saja ya Bapak ya. Saya demokan saja sebentar. Di sini microphone volume-nya, I'll just like increase a little bit louder here. And then I can select robot voice like this one, and I can start to record my voice. Let me try, yeah. Okay, hello everybody. I'm so happy to meet you all today, and hopefully you can learn something from my session today. Thank you. Wish you all the best. Okay. Sorry, ini tadi saya belum share sound, mungkin tidak terlalu terdengar ya. Mungkin I'll just play one more time, okay?
There is no sound, sir.
You still cannot hear?
No, sir.
Really? Wait. Oh, saya belum klik ya. Sorry.
The settings, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it works now. Can you hear it now?
Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm so happy to meet you all today, and hopefully you can learn something from my session today. Thank you. Wish you all the best.
Yes, that's audible.
Okay. Suaranya terdengar ya? I hope you can hear that robot sound.
Yeah.
Sekali lagi ya Bapak ya, we use this for teaching and learning purposes ya. Jangan for criminal purposes. No. This is for teaching and learning purposes ya, Ibu Bapak ya. And if you finish, then you can just like click save over here, and then you can like for example classroom greetings, or this is like Mr. Calvin. You can click the icon that's find through, and you can click save ya. Okay, and then after that you can like share the link, okay, and copy if you have a website, and then you can just like click the embedded code there to put it in your website. And ya, ketika ini di-copy lalu dikopikan ke website, itu nanti yang terdengar suara. So I can just like over here. Yeah, you will have this kind of page here, Bapak ya, and then you can ask your students to just click this, and they can hear the sound. Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
And so on and so on. Okay. And super fun. We can discuss more about this one. Let me just go back here. Yeah, actually, there are some features here that we can try here in the Voice Spice. But I would like to ask you to try this here, Bapak ya. Play a game of voice tag ya. We can try ya, Bapak ya. Voice tag. Okay, no apps, or we can just like get started. Okay. Yeah, voice tag, it means that when I share this to you, Ibu Bapak, you can also participate in recording your voice, yeah. Okay. And if you want, we can try. For example, kita lunch saja ya. Lunch or today's lunch. Oh. Ini saya masukkan saja ya, Bapak ya, just for practice. Please tell me what you have for lunch. Can I create this? Let me try. Oh, this call from. Sorry. Okay, and let me share this question ya, Ibu Bapak ya. Mungkin kita coba sama-sama ya. Kita coba aja begitu. Tadi as simple as we complete the information there, and oh my goodness, wait. Oh my goodness, I forgot to. Can I go back? Oh, I need to start from the beginning. Probably I'll just use, sorry, I think I need to dessert, Calvi, I'll just like Calvin. And I just click create. Oh. So we cannot use the same hashtag ya, Ibu Bapak ya. Okay. All right, we can just like follow the instruction, and we can just like click create here. Ini harusnya saya klik share the question ya, Ibu Bapak ya. Share the question. No, I'll just like copy link, and can I share it to you, everybody? Here. Kita coba sama-sama saja ya, Bapak ya. Could you please click the link that I shared to you, and if you can, if you volunteer yourself to record your voice, that would be, I'll appreciate that. Mungkin kita bisa lihat sama-sama ya Bapak ya nanti ya. Okay. You can just like record your answer. If ever dessert, that's okay. But if you want to just try, and that's fine too. Yeah, you can just like try. Yeah. All right. So I have one student, RNZ, RNZ. Yeah. All right. Let me play this. Okay. I think you customize your voice, yeah. But anyway, okay. RNZ, thank you so much for sharing your answer. But sorry, let me refresh this. Wow. We have Nadia, my student. Yay. Let me play this, yeah. No.
My favorite dessert is ice cream.
Ice cream. Okay, good. Yeah, I think we made it, everybody. Yes. Yay. Of course, when you want to use this in a classroom, you will ask your students to use their real name, yeah. Do not need to use full complete name, but real name, yeah. So that we can know who is answering our question, ya. Ya Bapak, ini informasi saja. Hopefully you can play with this ya later on, ya. Okay. And then let me just go back to my slide. Similar to Voice Spice as this, Ibu Bapak, Vocaru. So it's yeah, pretty much the same web based that you can use to record your voice, and then later on you can save your voice and share the link to your students, and they can hear it wherever they are. Yeah, okay. And you can use it for giving classroom instructions, especially if you cannot attend the classroom, tidak bisa hadir karena ada acara, mungkin perlu dijelaskan sedikit begitu instruksinya, misalnya ya Bapak ya, and then you can use Vocaru ya. All right, and I believe most of you are familiar with Wheel of Names. This is very, sudah pernah pakai Wheel of Names ya Bapak ya? Okay, Wheel of Names is a very simple and but fun to use ya Bapak. I'll just like share it to everybody here. Can you hear? Can you see my? Okay, good. So Wheel of Name is just basically the wheel ya that we can use for free. It's very easy to use. So basically here, as the example ya Bapak ya, this is the name of I believe this is the name of the students. But later on we can change this ya Bapak ya with like pictures. Okay. Oh, sorry. With pictures, we can change the name, Ibu Bapak, name of our students, and then we can, or many other things ya Ibu Bapak ya. Mungkin pertanyaan, pertanyaan bahasa Inggris begitu ya Bapak ya, for discussions that you can adapt from the website that I showed to you. And yeah, we can just like click this to spin Ibu Bapak, and next slide show it to you. Okay. So in this case, Ibu Bapak, ini sebetulnya kalau apa namanya, a very simple thing to use is kalau kita menunjuk siswa gitu ya Ibu Bapak ya, lotre begitu, siapa yang maju duluan, we can use this ya Ibu Bapak ya. Karena fun gitu ya, wow bisa diputer, lalu kalau Hana yang kena itu biasanya langsung kelasnya heboh begitu ya Pak ya. Wah jangan saya, wah tapi nggak bisa, ini sudah urut lotre dari Wheel of Names gitu. So you can think about this ya Bapak ya, using this in your classroom. Yeah. Okay. All right. Just make sure we have time to discussion, Ibu Bapak. All right. I'll just share the link to you. Okay, and you can visit that, play with that ya Ibu Bapak ya. All right, and then do we have time? I think we still have time. Or lesson writer Ibu Bapak, if you are familiar with this, sorry, I'm looking at the time Ibu Bapak, so that we can have time to discuss for discussion. Ini mungkin saya share apa namanya? I'll just share the, where is it? The link ya Ibu Bapak ya. For everybody. Yeah, just very quick Ibu Bapak. Sorry. Let me go back. So basically, this is a website Ibu Bapak that we can use to help us generate the lessons quickly Ibu Bapak ya, by just entering a text that we can find from misalnya internet, from textbook or from PDF resource begitu Ibu Bapak ya. So basically we can just like put it on the text here, and then this text can help us to generate the lessons for us ya Ibu Bapak ya. We can copy and paste the lessons that we can use in our classroom. Nanti kita bisa explore lagi ya Bapak if the time we still have the time, but just skip the where is it, the website address ya, lesson writer. All right, and I'm not sure if you have started to play with ChatGPT ya Ibu Bapak ya. Some of you are probably been there. Some are mau coba tapi gimana ya Pak Calvin, or some even have not tried. But it's just in case you change your mind if you want to use ChatGPT. In my search Ibu Bapak, I found this website which is very good Ibu Bapak. So ChatGPT prompt library for educators. So when we talk about ChatGPT, Ibu Bapak, artificial intelligence, the thing is, or the key is that we can use the prompt. Jadi perintahnya itu harus benar dulu gitu Ibu Bapak ya. So that the ChatGPT can help us to, or can provide us with the best materials ya, or the best answers based on our questions. And in that case, Ibu Bapak, I find this website very useful for you all, for all of us here, especially if we are looking for lesson plans, what is it, rubrics, for example, critical questions, and then we can learn from them ya Ibu Bapak ya. Ini misalnya saya klik aja rubrics. Ini sudah ada promptnya ya Bapak ya, sudah ada perintahnya begitu ya, that you can adapt ya, you can modify ya, especially the one in the brackets ya, okay? And then you can play with this ya. Jadi ini tinggal di copy paste aja Ibu Bapak, and then you can just like change based on your based on what you want to have ya, Ibu Bapak ya. Oke. Alright. If you try to visit it now, that's fine too. This is the website, Ibu Bapak. Play with that ya. Okay. Okay. Just a couple of slides before we end this. Talking about the e-safety, Ibu Bapak ya. I also want you to try to visit this website ya, Ibu Bapak ya. Creative Commons ya. And try to familiarize yourself with this kind of symbols ya, Ibu Bapak ya. Karena apa? Karena kalau kadang-kadang begini, Bapak Ibu guru ini kita ada internet, karena internet begitu materialnya banyak, tinggal copy paste saja begitu ya, Ibu Bapak ya. Terus Ibu Bapak gunakan begitu. If you only use this for your classroom, kalangan internal ya saya kira nggak apa-apa ya. But I'm afraid if some of you use the materials and then you distribute it online ya, Ibu Bapak ya. Nah, itu yang bahaya. Nah, hari ini I really want to share this or tell you ya about this ya, Ibu Bapak ya. Mulailah get yourself familiar with this ya, Ibu Bapak, with the symbol ya, Ibu Bapak ya. Jadi kalau di website itu ada simbol-simbol seperti ini ya, Ibu Bapak ya. Tolong perhatikan betul-betul ya. Jadi kalau misalnya ada CC BY, okay? Allows you to distribute, remix, adapt, build upon the material in any medium ya. As long as attribution is given to the creator ya. Boleh di-adapt, okay? Allows for commercial use ya. Oke, kalau commercial use berarti boleh diadaptasi, boleh digunakan. Kalau kita mau buat modul dijual ya boleh juga begitu berarti ya. But remember, credit must be given to the creator. Jangan lupa websitenya dicantumkan begitu ya Ibu Bapak ya. Oke? Nah, hal-hal seperti ini semoga Ibu Bapak yang ikut sesi saya hari ini, ikut di program ini bisa lebih aware ya Ibu Bapak ya. Oke? Be careful. Oke? And many other symbols ya Ibu Bapak ya. Oke? Nah, ini yang Ibu Bapak perlu pahami begitu ya. Kalau public domain is a public dedication to give up the copyright for that works and so on. Berarti kalau ada tanda public domain, berarti it's free and you can use this without giving the credits to the creator ya. Oke? Ya, semoga Ibu Bapak ini bisa menjadi salah satu ilmu yang bisa dipelajari hari ini ya Ibu Bapak ya. Alright, and this is actually another thing that you need to get familiar with ya Ibu Bapak ya. Terutama kalau download gambar ya Ibu Bapak ya. Perhatikan betul ya Ibu Bapak ya about the copyright use-nya ya, oke? Mulai sekarang tolong hati-hati, jadi jangan cuman copy paste gambar di internet begitu ya Bapak ya. Make sure you need to read what is allowed or what is not allowed there. Okay? All right. Online safety poster. This is another good source from the British Council that you can use for your students, Ibu Bapak, when we talk about online safety, Ibu Bapak, in the internet. I think you can visit yourself later on. Okay. All right. For the questions, we can just keep it for later. Ibu Bapak, ini mungkin kita 5 menit saja before we do the question and answers and do the reflection together. Ini mungkin kita diskusi saja ya. You can just raise your hand and share your answer in the chat. Let's talk about the going back to adapting the materials ya, Ibu Bapak ya. Misalnya, I found this material in the internet ya, Ibu Bapak ya. the left side in the internet, and I'm going to use this in my classroom, for example, in Pak Calvin's classroom. What do you think, Ibu Bapak? Should Pak Calvin use this as the learning material in Pak Calvin's class after you evaluate using this checklist, Ibu Bapak? Or does Pak Calvin need to adapt a little bit or improve a little bit or use some technology tools that we have just learned, Ibu Bapak, to make it more interesting? Mungkin ada ide, Ibu Bapak. Can you suggest me about what I should do with this material? Is it good enough or what is? Materi saya yang sebelah kiri ya Bapak ya. Materi saya yang sebelah kiri begitu. Perhaps one or two, if you can share, just what you are thinking now, like just share and that's fine. Ya, ini dari tadi Pak Fajruddin Akbar ya, mahasiswa saya. Ada lagi Bapak, because we have 56. 50, I think about around 50 joining us today. Any suggestions, Ibu Bapak? Bisakah dikirim ke WA materi ini? Bisa, oke. Thank you, Bu Ratna and Pak Fajruddin. We may want to have descriptors for each number. Okay, and we need some instruction for the students in the beginning. Okay. And what do you think about the style, Ibu Bapak, for the letters? Fontnya sudah bagus belum, Ibu Bapak? What do you think?
Too many maybe, sir.
Too many? Yeah, too many variations, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And how about the questions? Should we put the numbers there? Yes, okay. Bu Medina, thank you. All right, so the fonts could be more readable, yes. Think again about the size, font size. And what do you think about answer the questions, then write about yourself? And we have the box there. What do you think about the box there, everybody? We have, what do you think about the box there?
It's too small.
Okay, the box is too small. All right. I think we do not really need that box. Okay, enough. Okay. But if, for example, we use this as a worksheet, perhaps we need to, okay, I agree with you, that's too small. Perhaps you need to make it bigger, or perhaps put it in another page, yeah, if you ask your students to have like long sentences on that box. Okay. Probably the last one from me. What do you think about the picture there? Needs space for each paragraph. Okay, source. Yeah, mention the source of the photo. Yes, that's good. Raka, Ibu or Bapak. That's a very good point. Mulai sekarang kalau copy dari internet, I think it's good if you can put the source ya, Bapak ya, and learn about the copyright information there in the picture that you have. If, for example, you teach this in the pesantren or in Indonesian or in Central Java di Kabupaten Semarang, what do you think about the picture? Should we? Is it a good picture or what do you think? Perhaps rather than to see or to find bule begitu ya, perhaps you can think about students in Indonesia or yeah, we need another picture from Indonesia, Medina Rahman ya. Okay. And last but not least, if you can suggest Pak Calvin to use technology, what kind of technology that you asked me to use, Ibu Bapak, to make this more interesting or to help my students answer the questions more. Okay, use local context perhaps. Yes. The context in the school, yes. Yeah, Bu Wahyu Widiastuti, you mentioned about the a good point.
Yeah. Have you got? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, Bu.
Have got is present perfect tense.
Yes.
I think you should the sentence should write on present tense. You know, like the other sentence in the text.
Okay. And thank you, Bu Wahyu. And that point is, if you take a look at the overall sentences there, yeah. Some are not very grammatical ya, Bapak ya. Some are not very grammatical. The use of capital letter, for example, and that's a very important point. That whenever you find the materials from the internet, apalagi kita guru bahasa Inggris ya, Bapak ya. Double check the grammar ya, Bapak ya, because because our students oftentimes they use the materials that we share to them as a model ya, Bapak ya. And of course we do not want to give like ungrammatical or text that is full of grammatical errors. Okay. Thank you, Bu Wahyu ya.
Yes.
All right, for the technology, the use of whiteboard, whiteboard.fi, thank you. And if you can suggest, and hopefully you can think about other technology tools, yeah, that you can suggest to Pak Calvin. And if you have make a short video, sir, like TikTok or Reels, okay, it can be. And perhaps if, for example, I want to have more various questions, I can use lesson writer, yeah. I can just like copy paste the text and ask lesson writer to create the questions for me, yeah, Bapak, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, Bapak, the ones that I present today, I adapt the ideas from these two main sources, from the British Council, thanks to British Council. And later on, you can use this. You can visit this and download the PDF version of this book, yeah, Ibu Bapak, yeah. Okay. And wait for a second. Before I end my session, I would like to give you a present, Ibu Bapak, because you have spent a Saturday afternoon with me. Ibu Bapak, I would like to give you a book free for everybody. The book that I edited, the collection of lesson plans, Ibu Bapak, yeah, written by lecturers in English Language Education Program di Universitas Kristen Satya Wacana. Feel free to Feel free to download, Ibu Bapak, yeah, and you can use this to enhance your teaching and learning practices with the support of technology ya Ibu Bapak ya. Okay, and before that, actually, if I can ask your time for 1 minute or 30 seconds, Ibu Bapak, could you please go to this link, Ibu Bapak, bit.ly/bccn, and could you please help me to answer the question there, ya, Ibu Bapak ya? Just 1 minute, just 2 questions if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Okay, I think you have finished answering the questions there, Ibu Bapak. So thank you so much. And I think, that's all the things that I can share to everybody. And hopefully you can learn something from my session today, Ibu Bapak ya. And if you have questions, something to share, you can contact the WhatsApp group. I think we are all there, and then we can have a discussion there in the WhatsApp group. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's it. I thank you so much, Ibu Bapak. And do we still have time to?
Yeah, we still need the exit survey because this is part of British Council program. So British Council asked us to fill out the pre and post survey. So I think Sandy has already shared the post survey webinar. I'm going to repeat it again so that you can fill it out. I'm so sorry for the many things that we ask from you, but we really appreciate your attendance and your enthusiasm. And I understand that it really takes a lot of awareness, a lot of spirit to actually follow this. We had hundreds in the beginning, now we have 55. So if you can spread the word to everyone, every teacher's colleagues that might find this series of workshops and webinars to be useful, we really appreciate it. If you haven't been included in the WhatsApp group, you can WhatsApp me so that I can include you in the group. That's my cell phone number in the chat. So Pak Fajar, I heard that you haven't been included. So yeah, I can include you. Or we will, if you have already registered to the workshop but haven't been included into the WhatsApp group, we're going to look at the registration form again and include everybody who hasn't been in the group. Okay, Ibu Bapak, we have 4 minutes left. Any concerns, any questions? Is this time better than Tuesdays? Because we used to have Tuesdays and we decided to make it into Saturday. Okay. We're also going, we also have a live stream YouTube for this. So if you want to rewatch it again, there are parts that you're still not clear from Pak Calvin, you can always take a look. We will also produce a list of previous YouTubes, previous topics if you miss it. So you can always revisit those YouTube videos for your reference. Okay. I think that will be all for today. Once again, thank you so much, Bapak Ibu. Enjoy your weekend. I know this is English teacher, but I would like to say au revoir, mes collègues. Buongiorno, Pak Calvin. Okay, thank you, Ibu Bapak. I'll see you next month, yeah? Because we're going to have another one next month. Still a long way through. Thank you, Bapak Ibu. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Terima kasih Ibu Bapak. Have a good
Bye.
day. Have a good weekend. Bye.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Calvin. Thank you, Bu Neni.
Thank you, Bu Neni.
If